So this is going to be my third and final part of my three-part review of the Kendal and Hyde Classic Satchel. This is going to be the final conclusion. So the most important part of this bag, unfortunately, is that this company is no longer in business. Now, I do not agree with how this company went out of business and their plan of liquidation. They collected a lot of money on Kickstarter, well north of $100,000, I think close to $150,000, and had a lot of trouble getting the bags out on time. Unfortunately, it seems as if they spent a lot of money on hand making bags with incredibly expensive materials and also incredibly expensive labor. And due to some delays in production and probably some issues with just running business side of things, it was not a business model that was sustainable, and ultimately the company appears to have gone bankrupt. It no longer exists, and all their assets are currently being liquidated, I am guessing, to pay off all their creditors. It has left a lot of consumers who backed the Kickstarter product without products. Some people did get it before they closed their doors, but not everybody did. So unfortunately, unless you look in the used market, this is not a bag that is going to be easily found. And very likely what's going to end up happening is the values of these bags are going to start rising as more and more people want the bag and they start to discover how good of a quality bag this is and are unable to purchase one. I'm willing to bet you're going to start to see people looking for these bags on the used market, and bags in great condition may start going for quite a bit of a premium. The specific part of this bag and why I think a lot of people really, really like it is the combination of a price point below $1,000 and the use of vegetable tan leather. The combination of those two is not a common combination to find. Almost universally, you find a price point under $1,000 with just chrome tan leather, and that mostly comes because of the cost and the difficulty in sourcing vegetable tan leather. Vegetable tan leather tends to command a bit of a premium, and that's mostly a reflection of the fact that it's more time intensive to create, which means that the cost of production is higher, so therefore the cost of the bags are higher. So there have been very, very few sellers out there that have been able to sell vegetable tan leathers at a competitive price. Kendal and Hyde was one of them, but no longer. Floto is a company that does use vegetable tan leather and is able to sell it at an even lower price point and do it fairly consistently and well. The third one is Marlando. So Marlando is a company that is in the process right now of changing their whole product line to only vegetable tan leathers. And I am hoping that they're able to do that successfully and do not follow the way of Kendal and Hyde, because if they're able to pull it off, it will be great. Because one of the biggest issues is this color, this kind of brownish color, vegetable tan leather, is incredibly hard to come by at any type of price point below $1,000 to $1,500. The Marlando vegetable tan leather is a black vegetable tan leather, which is one you see a little bit more commonly, mostly because black hides impurities a lot better, which means that it allows them to use leathers that probably have a little bit more scarring or stretch marks that may not be what professionals are looking for, but covers them up really well with a black leather. So I wanted to do a quick little comparison of the two types of leather. So let me grab the strap off my Marlando real quick, and I want to compare it to the vegetable tan leather that you see on the Kendal and Hyde. What you'll see is the thickness of this leather is fairly comparable, and the quality of the leather is also fairly comparable. There aren't many other bags on the market at this competitive price point that hits this. So it is very, very exciting to see companies trying to attempt this, though this bag will probably serve most of its time in comparisons between Marlando's new leather line and how they handle colors other than black. So this I will be using as essentially my standard and my yardstick to measure against the Marlando products, and we'll see how they stand up. So stay tuned. I do plan on buying a couple of Marlando's products as the new colors in vegetable tan leather start to trickle out. So you guys are in for a treat. You'll probably be seeing quite a few comparisons, head-to-head comparisons between the Kendal and Hyde and Marlando products. Otherwise, this is an incredibly good bag. If you get the opportunity to buy it and you can find it secondhand somewhere, I do very much suggest you jump at it. The current market price for this bag typically is around $400 or more. The Kickstarter price was $400. It is being sold online through the e-liquidator for about $50 more than the Kickstarter price. Where this price ultimately settles in the secondhand market is kind of unclear. My suspicion is it's probably going to rise above 400 and it'll probably settle somewhere around the 500s to mid 500s. So if you get the opportunity to get this bag at a bargain, I do very much suggest you do so. So again, this is my review of the Kendal and Hyde Classic Satchel in the Mocha color, size large.